Hello people, I am Sky Demolisher and welcome back for another From the Collection Fridays, a series where I take things from my collection and show it to you, my viewers. And this week it is my BST AXN Beetlejuice from the Loyal Subjects, and it's the Beetlejuice from the cartoon series. So, might as well start with the box. So you get a nice picture of Beetlejuice on the front. Clear window on the other side like others. Another large picture of Beetlejuice there. Says 31 points of articulation, but what I've pointed out with these before is you can't always trust how many points of articulation there actually are with them. There's a little blurb there about Beetlejuice. Says incredible sculpt details. It is fairly nicely sculpted, I'll give them that. And it says multiple accessories. Now, you might have already noticed there's something different here. You see, this one comes with the worm pictured on the back, but actually comes with the little spider, not the worm. Everything else pretty much like advertised though. So I have him currently set up with his hat, cane, and let's just say a potion bottle. It's been so long since I last saw the cartoon that I can't fully remember if it's a potion bottle or if it's something else, and it doesn't really matter. So you can already see fairly nicely sculpted chest and stuff. Wearing his hat at the moment. It's basically, you know, black and white suit. If I stop him about there, you can see he's got the nice heeled boots. Zoom back out. Currently standing fairly well. Now, I will start with the spider part because I figure this is actually the easiest one to start with. Now, I would have thought this was just static, but it's actually not. There is articulation at its head and slight articulation for that torso. Really nicely sort of painted, and that there's a few like minor defects, but it actually looks really cool. Now I can't remember whether that is actually a spider character or if it is Lydia? Winona Ryder's character. I'm pretty sure it was Lydia. Because I can't remember if in the cartoon she had the ability to transform or not. The hat does actually have a hole on the inside. Now the weird thing about the hat is that it's moulded to fit with the little up quiff, I think that quiff, I believe is the word. Queef is something else. On Beetlejuice. So you can see, like, it actually looks a lot like the face from the cartoon. Has interchangeable hands, so just like Gizmo, open the box from the bottom because honestly it's the best way to open these boxes. You get the Beetlejuice sign right down the bottom with him out. You see that he's actually got, I don't know if this is going to focus or not. I'm out of hands. I need more hands. Yeah, there we go. So all of these seem to come with like a really nice background that you could actually display the figure with if you wanted to. I don't know if that's actually by design or not, but pretty cool thing. Yeah, with this one you get the extra hands. Whoops, get the extra hands, and right down the bottom here, a little green beetle. So he actually comes with his beetle as well. And I'm not going to take it out because, you know, it's quite small, but he is advertised with a hand that's able to hold the beetle. So you should be able to hold the beetle if you want to. But I preferred having him looking like this. it wasn't hard to get the accessories in. The cane might actually fit a bit better in the other hand, but I have it in that particular hand because that's the hand I want it on. So zoom back out. That's the zoom back out again. That's the cane. It comes to a nice point. It's nicely painted. It's a little skew with, but I think at the end of the day most canes are a bit skew with. And the little bottle is really just a little bottle. There's no stop to it. There is actually a tiny little hole, well, indentation I should say, right at the top, just like a normal bottle. Now, this figure, I did actually have to drink I had to put him in a cup of hot water, so not boiling hot water, but just a coffee cup with hot tap water, and that was because his head when I got it didn't want to move, but now it does. There is not much articulation in it, and I don't want to force it too much, but I don't think it was going to have a hell of a lot anyway, because the chin pretty much goes flush on the chest and collar, and then you've got the hair that's pretty much flush right with the shoulders. So it sort of limits, you know, the motion that he can get. Now there is movement right at the mid-chest there. There is a little bit of movement at his waist, but not a lot. There's a swivel at the top of the leg there, plus small articulation to get it at the hip, definitely not doing the splits. A double joint for the knee pretty much, I think. But the knees, you know, bend up like that. The ankles do have movement. There is a little bit of backwards and forwards in them, but not a lot. Nicely sculpted back. Articulation at the elbow and at the shoulder. Now with my one, you might notice there, the pin in it isn't quite fully in, but it's not really noticeable from the other side. Now there are a few like minor paint issues, so like here, right at the wrist is a little bit of white. The hands on these should work exactly like Gizmo, so it's basically just pull them straight out, and you know, does its thing. And just to show, I'll put the cane in the other hand this time. So the other hand can hold the cane. It's a bit more sort of dainty looking, and it certainly falls right to that point. But all around, quite a nice figure. I picked it up off Mighty Ape, so I'll leave a link down below to him just in case they've got more in stock. I think this was the last one they had at the time, but they'll probably get more. There is meant to be at least 1 or 2 Lydias that fit in with this, but I don't know if they're this wave or another wave, or how waves work with these guys, because yeah, nothing seems to be like concrete release in thing. So I know that there's like 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but I don't know if they all came out at the same time. There's Lord of the Rings stuff, there's Naruto stuff, there has been Cowboy Bebop and Full Metal Alchemist. So they're sort of covering a lot of franchises, or a lot of shows and stuff, but it's not really clear, particularly in New Zealand, as to how everything is released. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. I certainly enjoy this figure. Like, I've had this up with my Halloween decorations and stuff, and it really fit in quite nicely with that. And it will go on to display in other parts of my collection after Halloween, because of course this is recorded prior to Halloween. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this, and until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.